Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Ai, peraí, que tá bugado de novo. De novo. De novo. Podia atualizar essa porra e arrumar esse treco, fica bugando.
What do you know about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant, the embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood?
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Uma estaca laranja.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Uma estaca laranjinha. Nossa, nossa, nossa. Tem que ir lá. Ah, eu tinha dito que eu ia no hospital. Aí eu resolvi passar na casa da guria. Keep going, keep going.
Sorry, sir. See them fancy clothes? This one's a top!
Não tem nem chance, seus trouxas. Hahaha. Fuckers.
All of you bloody need killing! Die! Filthy piece of shit! bloody leech! Ah!
Fuckers.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Are you concerned about the living conditions in the city?
Of course I am. I'll be stuck here for as long as Oswald refuses to go to hospital. And, unfortunately, it seems the violence is rising.
What kind of violence?
I believe people have armed themselves. They've started to attack those that show signs of contagion.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, I've got that fear in London now.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You are wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself. Good evening.
Evening, Doctor.
Are you concerned about the conditions here in London?
Not really. Sick people, men in arms, fighting every night. I already faced all this during the war.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I will see you. Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
Dor de cabeça, eu não sei como é que aprende o remédio pra dor de cabeça. Acho que tá na hora de procurar no Google. Acho que tá na hora de procurar no Google. Porque, né, já era pra ter aprendido essa porra, não é possível. Deve estar em algum lugar besta que eu esqueci. Vampyr. Pega. Medicine Recipe. Holy crap. Diz que era perto do cemitério durante a quest do padre lá. Eu perdi essa porra.
What news, Jonathan? I've heard you've now joined the vampire elite of London.
Did Elizabeth tell you?
So it's Elizabeth now. My. Things are moving quickly. I turn my back for a moment and away you go.
Have you seen Lady Ashbury recently?
Yes, she popped in yesterday. Told me about your new friends in the West End.
Just a courtesy visit, then.
Yes. And no. She was en route to the docks, I think, following a lead concerning your maker.
I may have found the source of the contagion. Doris Fletcher, the actress. Thankfully, in the end, she was destroyed by fire.
Really? Oh, please, do tell me more.
Doris was a heavily mutated skull. Almost a new breed entirely. It's as if the disease had completely altered her mind and body. Highly contagious.
As if the disease had taken control of her will?
Yes. Once a beautiful and brilliant woman, she became motivated by hate alone.
Oh, she was a beauty. I met her when she visited the hospital to cheer up the sick. Too bad the fire destroyed her. But it was probably for the best.
Have you heard of similar cases?
No, I don't think so. Except, perhaps, it reminds me of an old report from the Brotherhood. Well, more an article, really.
What was it about?
The author, a friar, referred to a rare form of contagion in a skull he observed during the Black Death. The carrier was always female. They called them Icors.
How's the situation at the Pembroke?
We're still holding out. Question is, for how long? What we really need is hope, Jonathan. Hope for a better tomorrow.
I'll come back later. Thank you, Edgar.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Ok. Pior é que tem todas essas três receitas aqui no mesmo lugar. Se era dependente da quest, eu tomei no toba. Continua mantendo os trecos. Ó, ferrinho. Stone points. Quase que metendo tudo de estamina. Vou desestamina. Dá 41 de stone se eu botar os dois. repente eu tenho as coisas para dar upgrade. Peguei para 282. Que é mais, mas já dá mais. Machado dá mais. Eu vou ficar com a minha espadinha, foda-se. Enquanto eu não estiver precisando de dano. Só para conferir. Falta um ponto aqui. Capacidade de sangue. Acho que tá na hora de começar a aumentar isso aqui. Lá no cemitério. Cemitério aqui, né? Só não tô louco.
Speak English, dude! A leech!
Stay back, beast!
E direitinho onde que diz? Ah, cemitério deles. Mais pra frente, um pouquinho perto dos portões do cemitério. Encontrar um corpo. Como eu não encontrei esse corpo? Eu não tenho ideia. Meu medo é de estar perdido isso. Que merda. Que merda. Eu vou achar uma cratera com um corpo dentro. Achando que é pelo outro lado. Acho que tem outro portão. Deve ser por aqui. Sei lá se aqui conta como cemitério. Vou botar uma marca ali. No dia das luzes, qualquer buraco que eu achar, eu vou olhar. Continue a nadar, continue a nadar. Aí, ó. Fucking bosta. Avalia. Isso que explora essa merda. Eu não vim por esse lado de nenhuma vez. Eu cheguei lá, fiz a quest lá e fui embora.
He's dead! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Fucking. Não explorei nada nesse lugar. Tem um hideout ali. Esse aqui. Mais um desse aqui. Esse aqui eu já vi alguns caras precisando. Então. Tem mais um. Por hora é isso.
Bloody monster!
Investigação aqui. Tô morrendo com esse cara. Vou botar lá. Ah, os caras do Brian. essa aqui, pra você achar o cara que leia braille. Tá ali, ó.
You feeble!
Tá ali. O cego. Cadê o cego?
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Que vai roubar tudo que tu tem. Que vai roubar tudo que tu tem. Collectible. Panfletinho.
Tell me,
Tem a grande moça.
how do you see the world these days?
Abre os olhos e vê.
It's locked.
Fica brilhando esse treco, não é nada.
What
Só
kind of
flash.
gentleman pays visits?
So what is the name of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reed, the eminent surgeon. My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Mason Swanborough, by the way.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
I hear them hissing and scratching at my door every night. The sick made mad by the fever. But these walls are thick, and my lock is solid.
And what else have you learned about me, Mr. Swanborough?
I know you assisted Professor Carell in France, and that you invented a new blood transfusion method based on his work.
Yes. Those were frustrating but exciting days. I loved it.
Yes, the thrill of research and discovery. This is what drives people like us, Dr. Reed. Oh, how I envy you.
Does someone take care of you in this isolated place?
My sister Loretta and I have our daily routine. Every morning and evening she comes by so we can talk and eat. Then she leaves and I stay.
Do you not appreciate your sister's visits?
Loretta is the best and worst thing that happened to me, and I believe she could say the same thing about me.
Where does your sister go?
Well, let's just say, she earns enough money for us both.
What's so amusing about that?
I won't hide the truth from you. Loretta sells a fake miracle elixir to the sick people of Whitechapel.
Ah, ela é a turma.
You seem unwell, sir. Do you need my assistance?
Actually, I feel worse than usual. Can you give me something?
Yes. I can give you a little something that has been proven effective.
Thank you, Doctor.
Do you know Braille, Mr. Swanborough?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness. You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reed.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
Yeah, sure.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
Pelo jeito ela na volta mesmo. Ali é a casa do cara. Me diz que tá tudo por aqui. Esse meio aqui, será que tem alguma coisa ali? Algum jeito de chegar? Aqui tem um treco. Nada do treco. Olha o cu com as calças. Acho que é melhor eu seguir meu rumo pra cá, que eu quero ir nesse caminho aqui. Pra ir de onde eu estou. Aqui. O que tem aqui, será?
you from Ascalon?
New investigation. Aqui é a igreja. Então eu vou direita, esquerda. Direita, esquerda aqui.
That leads us
nada. Caminha. O cara da bronquite.
Whitechapel is not just disease, desertion.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
I imagine we are all part of some nightmare without beginning nor ending. If only the dreamer could awake.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Over. Camila e nada é a mesma coisa. Onde é que tá o Padre Bocó, vigarista? Por aqui.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle. You look so pale. Would you like me to revive you?
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
How are conditions in Whitechapel at the moment?
I always thought it was my role to reveal what really happens in these forgotten parts of London.
And you're not sure anymore?
Emptied coffins. Cannibalism. Walking dead. I'm trying to report the truth about what's going on, but no one believes it anymore.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Could this be the scarf you lost, Miss Popper?
It is much more than a scarf to me. It is the only thing that connects me to my family and my country. Thank you so much.
What? Why? Fail, why? Faz sentido falhar.
How are the conditions in Whitechapel these days?
When I think about all the people who died trying to reach England, it seems we escaped a war just to die on foreign shores, hated by all.
Do you need any
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Tem de vir doente nessa porra. Pensa num lugar fodido, é aqui. Aqui a puta é doente, o padre é doente, o bully é doente.
You again? What do you want this time?
O bullyingado é doente.
How is the sanitary?
I'm not easily scared, but crazy killers and armed patrols are lurking about. My son's right about this place.
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
Shut up, fucker.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Acabar com os remédios e tudo.
Fancy?
You never... How are the...
When there's more people outside at night than during the day, then you've got to start to worry.
Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Go fuck
Right
yourself.
then. Show me what you have.
Asshole. Asshole. Isso aqui pode vender. Não dá pra vender. Tá vazio, não dá pra vender. Esse dá pra vender. Ah, dá pra vender o conteúdo. Tá. Entendi. Aquele ali não. Balas eu não vou vender, remédio também não. Isso realmente é junk? Esse é junk puro. Isso aqui é reciclável, reciclável, reciclável. Não, isso é lixo, lixo, lixo. Reciclável, reciclável. Uma coisa interessante aqui, eu acho. Ó, tá com anemia.
Good evening.
Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this one?
So,
I'm not bothered.
have you any
Nobody dares to enter the dispensary now. Rumours say the nurse has gone mad.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Do you need...
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Yeah, fuck you.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Esse negócio de pai de uma vez de novo que eu vou.
Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker.
Fuck you.
How is the
Don't you hear the trumpets? The apocalypse is upon us, Dr. Reed. The final battle.
Sério, você tem que virar cocô de morcego.
Don't you fear?
Faith gives me all I need, my son. If I must fall, then so be it.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
I have had enough for tonight.
Filha da puta, eu sou muito boa. É. Ai. Isso, pra cá eu acho que é aqui, ó, um idiota com bronquite.
Mr. Bates.
Eve.
How are conditions in Whitechapel?
The way this sickness is spreading, I don't think there'll be enough new bloods to replace those tenants I'm losing from this bloody thing.
Since I took...
Well, seen better day.
In fact...
What?
Goodbye, Mr.
Falta a trapaceira, os dois babaquinha. A trapaceira deve ser aqui na frente. A irmã do cego.
As long as you have the money.
Aqui, ó.
Good evening, my...
Call my ass.
Loretta, your miraculous formula wouldn't even cure a common cold, and you know it.
The Swanborough's cordial secret ingredient is hope, Doctor. And it's something people around here really need.
A placebo effect is real and has benefit. But in your case, You could be murdering your customers, who may die because they are not receiving the necessary medical attention.
Medical attention? In Whitechapel? Trust me, my cordial is the best option they have, since it is the only one.
You're just a greedy hypocrite.
Hypocrite? What about an eminent physician prowling these streets at night? I'm sure you have a personal agenda too, Doctor.
Bitch.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I have no doubt it will. But I'm not against a second opinion, Dr. Reed.
É mesmo, né?
Well, there you have it. Take this remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Thank you.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
When people buy guns instead of medication, it means they have already traded hope for fear in their hearts. In my book, that's never a good thing, Doctor.
I'd like to see what...
Nada de muito interessante. Potássio. Agora, falta os irmãos idiotas. Lugares petrescos. Achei os dois sem querer. Sem querer querendo.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu.
Surely you have someone else to bother, Mr. Doctor.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost...
Who is she, really?
She's not...
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Are you not worried for her sake?
She is as brave as...
Are you in love with...
Don't be stupid.
Tio azul. Por que? Eu não tenho ideia.
What do you plan to do now that Nurse Crane is gone?
I'm not sure. Strange men came to see me after Dorothea's death, with strange weapons and very odd stories.
What kind of stories?
Stories all Romanian children know. It was as if I was home again. Vampires, Mr. Doctor. Vampires.
You believe them? Aren't you too old to hold a weapon or listen to scary stories?
Yes, I am old and alone and will die soon, but if these stories are true, maybe I have found myself another cause.
Are you living on the streets, Mr. Petrescu?
And why not? Those who believe they'll be safe behind walls are blind.
Why are you so aggressive?
I remember the night you came here and convinced me to open my door to you, sir. I'd like to punch you right on your chops.
What about your house?
My house is always open to any poor soul needing a roof. All my work here is lost now that Dorothea is gone, thanks to you.
How is the sanitary situation in Whitechapel?
Terrible, to say the least. Maybe now you understand the importance of Dorothea's work here. But you never cared, did you?
That's quite an accusation.
Stop pretending, Mr. Doctor. All you wanted was to confront Dorothea. You never intended to help Whitechapel's people.
Não, tô dando remédio, filho, é um idiota aí, porque eu não tô ajudando, né? Trouxa.
There isn't just one way to help Whitechapel.
Your way seems to attract sorrow and despair, Mr. Doctor. Your kind of care is not what Whitechapel needs.
Tell me everything.
I do not believe.
Who is she?
She's not.
You say she.
Well.
Are you in?
Don't be.
How do you feel?
I would not even accept fresh water from you, Doctor. I don't need your help.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yes, you do. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Tu toma esse remédio, tu vai virar cocô de vampiro. Ok, agora a japonesinha aqui do lado e tem que achar só os irmãos idiotas.
Good evening, Xiaoshu.
Wang Shanghao, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
What are you doing with your time now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
That's very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
Eu te digo por que ela faz isso de noite. Ela faz isso de noite, porque se ela fizer de dia o jogo não funciona, pô.
Giving out medicine? How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reed. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those who don't have any.
Nice, nice.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
How do you feel now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
Try not to lose yourself in the process. I've seen patients deny their own pain by focusing on the pain of others.
To be completely honest with you, I am also doing this for myself. If I'm destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
Do you still think about your departed husband?
Of course I do. I'll never forget my beloved Matthew, but how do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew. Without warning and without mercy. But until then, I live on.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
My only relief is that my Matthew died before seeing the madness that approaches. I'm afraid we won't survive this trial, Dr. Reed.
How do you feel?
I don't feel good, Dr. Reed. Not at all.
You should recover quickly after taking this.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye for now.
Ok. Só que é por aqui que eu acho os irmãos idiotas. não é Petro, São Paulo, né? O cara é parecido só. Aqui eu tô em volta. Aqui a vigarista, talvez eles estão por aqui. Tchau, chum.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
É aqui, ó. Idiota número 1.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy.
Have conditions improved in Whitechapel?
I'm ready for whatever's coming.
Do you need a sit?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Aqui, irmão idiota número 2.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
How are conditions?
I hear gunshots every night. Just like the war in the trenches, Doctor. I can't stand it.
You don't seem well, Benjamin.
I always feel ill.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper.
Ok, curamos todo mundo. Yay! Agora vai descurar onde? Em algum lugar vai dar bosta.
The wet boots will...
Ok. Agora eu devo ir lá na casa do Ricão.
Be proud of me.
I cannot enter.
Chave. Sério, tem que dar toda a volta. Fucking merda. Tem que dar a volta aqui, vem até aqui.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Death is all around us.
Aqui tá embaixo da ponte, foda-se. Isso. Aqui, que eu vou no meu esconderijo.
It's locked, all right.
Que merda, tá tudo fechado. Isso quer dizer... Caralho, olha a volta que eu vou ter que dar. Vem aqui. Aí eu vou vir. Aí eu vou ter que vir, abrir aqui e abrir ali. Uma marca aqui. Uma marca aqui. Eu vou ter que abrir esses portões. Está no pé do caminho de onde tem que ir ali.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. Bloody monster!
De XP. Pegando uns pontos ali, uns pontos aqui. De motherfucker. Vai botar health, né? Tem um cara com migraine. Tá crítica, mas não peguei quase ninguém. E o hospital fica todo mundo doente. Oh, fucking boss. Para trás, ó, botou.
vicious bugger!
Tem aqui. Nada. Niente. Alguém tosse. Acho que o jeito eficiente para curar todo mundo seria andar por todo o mapa, curar os caras. E só então pegar e dormir. Que eu não curei antes.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets. Do you need any medicine?
Yes, indeed. But
I have no doubt about it, but you are still ill all the same. Please, take this medicine.
I appreciate your concern, Doctor.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Lá tá doente também. A véia tá cansada, vem cá.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you require medical?
I will be... I'll...
Goodbye, nurse.
Tá, eu peguei a estrada errada, não tem problema.
Easy does it, boys. We can deal with this. Watch out! There's one of them. Watch yourself.
Tá tudo vampiro, caçador de vampiro, tudo junto. Bora pra cá. Tá, Hells. É. Isso. Segue reto até o fundo.
I'll put it into you! He's not! Watch it! He's a killer!
Vocês me obrigaram. Eu não queria, sim. Mentira, queria sim. Queria matar vocês sim. Que nem o padre aqui agora.
Die, vermin!
Abriu a jossa. Quero ver se tivesse trancado de novo. Nossa, cortar o saco. Tá, esse aqui pode tirar. Agora vamos aquele lá. Pela direita. Não é aqui. É aqui. Exatamente onde eu achei que eu tava. Eu tô embaixo do lugar. Que explode, se eu não ficar que nem um idiota na frente.
Back in the grave, you!
Abrir o portão. Não tem nada aqui. Só abrir o fucking portão. Pronto. Aí eu faço tudo isso e eu nunca mais vou precisar passar por aqueles portões que eu abri. Mas... ao menos eu abri a porra do portão. Brincar cocô de pombo. Aí, aqui, não tem mais. Onde eu salvei o maluco aqui?
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Shit!
Força da Perry na minha espadinha.
He's more! Great! You monster! That's all you deserve!
Eu vou subir lá em cima pra matar aquele cara. Só ignorar. casa de Cássio. A casa de Cássio ali, né?
It's locked. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood. I had almost forgotten I applied for a position at Pembroke. It was so long ago.
Achei o segredo, a carta do pai dele.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
Sample. Tem um vampirão ali.
You Londoners are no match for me!
Se eu sair aqui... Será que vai ficar salvo por aqui?
I cannot enter.
Trancado ali. Pra cá. Voltando por onde eu vim. Também. Eu fui por ali. Atendi por aqui. Isso. Oh, meu Deus. Caralho. Olha o Mero se perdendo de novo. Olha o Zoro. Corpo ali.
It's locked, all right.
Tá. Um raciocínio. Aqui não é. Aqui não é. Tá, tem umas válvulas aqui. Não é clicado. Caralho, eu sou muito cego. Nossa, pensa num cara cego. Caralho, gordo, tu é burro demais. Virou cocô de vampiro, você também. Exatamente o que eu pensava.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
Teoricamente é por aí. E aqui não tem nada. Aqui é um tanto estranho, porque teria uma sala separada que não tem nada. A mulher tá por ali. Ou a mulher, sei lá. Alguém tá ali. Não tem nada aqui. Válvulas, muitas válvulas. Ok, trabalha nas válvulas então. Whatever. Whatever. O importante é que funcionou. Tava nem tentando combinação, nada. Tipo, só tava apertando aleatoriamente. Tá. Tentativa válida. Real, cara. Intuito da coisa agora. Ah, era só abrir o portão. Agora é descer. Não, ele tá fechado de novo. Ah, mas o outro lado ele tá aberto. Eu acho, sei lá. Ali, tem uma escada aqui, seu burro. Eu não posso subir porque o nível da água tá muito alto. Louise something. Vou dar por aqui.
You London vampires are so weak!
Fuck yeah!
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
Idiota. Cala a boca, vagabundo. Já vou te tirar daí.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale, and be careful. Until we meet again. You should return.
Thank you for your
Não dá pra tratar.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale.
Basicamente é só o machado. Era só isso. Só achar ela. Ok. Onde fuckers aqui?
What has happened to the London that I knew? Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are? Why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Jeffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale. It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
What are you
I have a
Tell me.
She's awake.
Do you have?
No.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Okay. Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, whatever. Depois eu volto e falo pros outros, eu vou direto lá pra salvar alguma coisa e voltar pra voltar. E eu achei um raio da onde? E de repente eu achei um raio da onde? Hideout de luxo. No momento ali eu vou craftar isso. XP aqui tá completo. Sai deste ponto nesse aqui. Parece estar pouco eficiente. Ok, todo mundo doente. Sempre eu gosto. Eu vou descansar, voltamos em breve com a hora do pesadelo.